This video is going to explain the organism classification project. So as you can see, you've been given two documents. One is the worksheet. So I'll open that real quick. I already have the tab open here. And so basically what you're going to be doing is you are going to be picking an organism. It's your choice, whatever organism you want. Be specific. It has to be a very specific species of organism. So it can't just be bear. It's got to be a specific type of bear, like a polar bear, okay? And you can use the general name up top. Eventually, you're going to get down to the scientific name of that organism. As you know, the scientific name will be the genus and species name of that organism. So you're going to research the taxonomy of the organism of your choice. You can use any resources you want. Make sure that they are reputable sources and make sure that you take notes so you understand the requirements of that group. For instance, domains. You can either be in the domain Eukarya, Archaea, or bacteria. If you're in the domain Eukarya, the type of characteristic that would put you there would be that the cells of that organism would have a nucleus. If you are in the domain Archaea or bacteria, the cells of those organisms would not have a nucleus, right? So that's the characteristic of that domain. If you get down to the kingdom levels, if you are in the Eukarya domain and you choose an organism that is in the domain of, let's say, animals, there will be either Animalia, Plantae, Fungi, or Protista. If you're in one of those four kingdoms, let's say it was an animal you chose, if we're talking about polar bear, in the domain Eukarya, the polar bear cells have a nucleus. In the kingdom Animalia, which means that the polar bear is a heterotroph, uses or ingests and eats other organisms for energy. It means that the polar bear has organs and organ systems are some of the major characteristics of what it means to be an animal. So it's not just enough to tell me the classification level, the taxonomic level for the organism all the way from domain to species, but you must actually explain what it is about that specific taxonomic level that puts the organism in those categories, okay? And so step 3 is to make a Google slide presentation. And here are the requirements for the presentation: title page, name, date, period, common name and scientific name written properly, right? Look at the rules. The rules are genus is always capitalized, the first letter, and species is always written in lowercase letters. Must be 8 slides, one for each level of the organization. Each slide must include the description of the group or the organism you chose. Each slide must include 3 pictures or graphics. So what are the other organisms that are in that level? Okay, so if we go back to the kingdom Animalia, a polar bear is not the only organism you would find there. Matter of fact, animals are very widespread. So you could put an earthworm, a polar bear, and you could put a cat, or you could include a sponge that lives in the ocean, like SpongeBob. Yes, sponges are animals because they have those characteristics. So just include 3 pictures of different types of organisms at that level so that you can show and demonstrate that you understand what those characteristics of each level are. Okay? And then some tips. The easiest organisms will be in the kingdom Animalia, right? So, if you're really stuck with this and you're struggling, maybe you pick an animal. If you really get this and understand taxonomic levels, challenge yourself a little bit, right? Learn something you don't already know. So you might want to choose different domain, Archaea, bacteria. We've talked about the Archaea domain being those chemosynthetic organisms, those extremophiles. Very, very interesting species of organism. Organism in the kingdom Fungi, very, very interesting. So if you're looking for a little challenge to learn something and are interested in learning something new, well, pick some of those others. Okay, and that is really it on the worksheet side. And so here's an example of a presentation. Here is the common name, the giraffe. And really, it should be a little more specific than that because there are different types of giraffes. So what region are we talking about? Is the African giraffe? Is this the Asian giraffe? Things like that. But in any case, they have the scientific name giraffa. So the Genus name is capitalized and the species name is written in lowercase letters. Very, very important. Your name goes here. Your period goes here. Your teacher's name goes here. Spell your teacher's name correctly. And then the date. Here's the kingdom level, a nice explanation, 3 pictures. Phylum, nice explanation, 3 pictures. Class, nice explanation, 3 pictures. Order, nice explanation, 3 pictures, and so on and so forth. And then finally, we're at the end. Okay, so this is a very nice presentation. You can choose any kind of design you'd like. A couple of things I'd like to point out. The fonts don't hurt the eyes. Maybe this purple is a little bright, but really I kind of like it. I think it's pretty good. Don't choose script and things that are hard to read. You know, you want to be creative, but you also want to make it easy to read, okay? And not offensive, right? Sometimes people choose like a bright pink with a bright orange, and it hurts the eyes to look at. So keep those things in mind. Try not to make them clash. Try to make some aesthetically pleasing slides, right? And that is it. Okay, I look forward to reading your reports, seeing your presentations. Have a good day.